Top of the morning, creator. It's day 16. Woohoo! How's it going? How's it going on your side of the globe? Are you feeling full of yourself? Are you feeling mighty? Are you feeling unplugged and yet plugged in to you? Unplugged from the noise and plugged into the wisdom, unplugged from the din and plugged into tranquility, unplugged from reacting and fully plugged into creating. No surge protector needed, because sky's the limit. And then we blast through the sky and into the next and into the next. That's how this stuff works. It builds on itself. Are you feeling that? Are you feeling the momentum, the building of what you've created thus far? Pretty incredible, right? And you had a lot there to begin with. Doesn't matter at what phase you were, because wherever you are, here you are, right? But you've spent your whole life creating. Maybe not deliberately, as deliberately as you're doing now, but your whole life has brought you to this moment. Everything. So what you're doing now is you're just utilizing all the effulgence from all of that creativity, from the contrast, from the choices you've been given, because that's what contrast is, right? Isn't it a choice? Don't you always make a choice when you have contrast? I like it, I don't. I want more, I don't. All of that, it was work that led you here. So you had a lot. You have a lot to play with already. But maybe you just didn't know how to get in there and play with what you have. How to mold it and focus it into more. Because isn't it just like a big blob of clay, right? The sea of probability that is our vortex, that is our happy place, that is our imagination. Well, now we're becoming the molders of that clay. You see? In ancient Egypt, one of the creator gods is known as Ptah. P-T-A-H. Ptah. He's also sometimes portrayed as an ithyphallic god, which really is all about creativity and creation, right? That means a god with an erection, ready to spew out all this fabulous information and genius. Well, Ptah is the potter god, the god of creation. And he created us all on his pottery wheel. And so isn't every wonderful idea that's just germinating, being tended to in your sea of probability, isn't that just like a lump of clay? And so by turning away from the noise and participating in the wheel that goes nowhere, politics, world events, stuff you have no control over, this is when you get to get your hands in your clay, yours. And your hands won't be the only ones there. All of the unseen forces are here guiding you, playing with you, helping you to mold, to flow bigger, flow better, to get more out of this life experience. Can you feel that? I'm in a really amazing position here, being your guide. It happens when I teach yoga as well. I'll have the students come up to me afterwards and say, that was a great class. And I'll think, you have no idea how great it was. I get to ride on your energy. First of all, your energy helped me create the class that I created. It happened to me often. I haven't taught any, regular classes in a while. But before I teach a regular class, that is, if I don't meet you at a party and you say your hip hurts and I have you sitting in a chair and I'm getting your hip to release, because that's what I do now, right? But when I create a class or prepare for a class, first of all, I do a practice before, because I want my body to be flowing and flexible and strong. And I prepare that class in my mind. I'll think, okay, today let's focus on hips. Let's focus on upper back. Let's focus on side body, whatever it is. And I'll prepare a class and create a class and a sequencing for the class that works towards that end. But more often than not, I would get into the studio and I would start out in the way that I had prepared, and boom, I'm off on some other tangent. And that's because of my students. That's their desire. I'm riding their wave. Maybe somebody needed something else that day, and I needed to go in a different way. And I just flow with it, because what the heck else can I do, right? It's the same with you guys. I'm getting so much out of this because I'm riding your wave. And so that means you can ride my wave and you can ride the wave of the other participants. There are 45 of us. Well, if I include myself, 46 of us doing this. That's 46 magnificent creators. And we have the ability to jump on board the tsunami of high expectation, positivity that we're all creating together. Use the surge of your fellow creators. Use that energy. It's like going to a football game or something when you're in the stadium. Remember those good old days when we could all be together and whoop and scream? Use it. This is your whoop and scream. Dial into it. That's what we're all here for, to buoy each other up, to surge, help us surge forward. The more of a master you become at this manipulation of energy, the more you can use any energy that's around you, be it the ocean, the trees, anything. You can sit in a space and conjure up energy. If you need to go into a meeting as you're pre-paving or segment intending, gather the forces around you. That's what they're here for. You're going to get better and better at this. You are not meant to just go this alone. This is not a solo adventure. Far from it. You are constantly and consistently being buoyed up and information flowing to you. And the more that you allow and open, the more that information will become apparent to you. And then you can wield it, just as Ta created us all on the wheel. You are your own Ta, the great creator. So listen, great creator, how about we drop up into our space of creativity? Put everything aside. Get comfy in your seat. Big inhales, 3 big inhales and fervent exhales, dropping your shoulders, dropping everything. Allowing gravity to have its way with you and allowing whatever you're sitting on to hold you. You don't have to work at this. This is the work that isn't work. This is passive. And there's so much power in the passive, isn't there? How much power there is in aligning and allowing? Closing your eyes and allowing them to fall deep into your skull. All the skin on your face is relaxed and released. Your tongue sits in your mouth. Your ears hang heavy. Your throat is open and relaxed. Your neck Your shoulders are released away from those heavy ears. Your arms hang from your torso. Heavy. Hands heavy. Forearms heavy. Chest heavy. And yet moving with the rhythm of your breath. 3 in, 5 out. Pelvis heavy. Bum deep in the seat. Heavy. Thighs released, relaxed. Heavy. Knees, lower legs, ankles, and feet. Welcome back. Expansiveness, boundaryless, realm of possibilities. Your sea of tranquility and creation. Feel. Feel how it feels here. Observing. How do you know when you've come home? What's your first clue? Is it a visual? Is it the colors that greet you? Is it a feeling? Maybe they meld together. But it's unmistakable, isn't it? It's unmistakable you. There's no reacting going on here, is there? Because you, the real you, the eternal you, doesn't react. You're too masterful. There's no need to react when you know that all is well. And when you know that everything that's going on around you has its purpose in place, which might not include you. So you don't need to get involved. Everyone is running his own game, his own story, his or her own version of life. This is yours. This is the provenance of your version. Now that you're not talking as much negatively or participating, this is the muscle you want to build up here, is calling this place forth. Reacting, anybody can react. Observing, without reacting, oh, that's mastery. That's what we're doing. We're becoming resilient in our mastery. We're standing tall in our mastery. When you know who you truly are, Creator, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, when you understand the power that you can wield with your focused intention, reaction becomes a toddler's way of expressing. The lion doesn't have to roar to tell you he's the lion. Just take a look at him. The lioness, when she has her sights set on you, doesn't have to tell you how she's going to be grabbing you and having you for supper. You'll know just by her focus, her intention. This is where your strength comes from, Creator. Right here in this place. It's a dichotomy, I know. How can a sea of tranquility give me a steely knowing? It's just the way it is. The more you know, the more you practice, the mightier you become. The mightier you become in allowing others to live their lives, and you focus on living yours. I'm going to give you a minute to just be here. Off you go. All right, Creator. Time to bid adieu to your sanctum sanctorum, but not without bringing a part of you with it. That goodbye. What are you going to bring with you today and take out into the world? Slowly start to increase your breathing, bringing your conscious focus back into your body. Deeper, longer breaths in and out. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Stretching if that feels good to you. And then the final act is the opening of the eyes. Utilizing every bit of space that your vision will allow. How much light can you allow into your eyes? Now here you are. In the twilight between meditation and full participation in the world, in your day. So get your journal, start writing whatever appeals to you. You can just start writing about how you feel right now, what you're looking forward to in this day. Prepave, design your day. What feels good to mull over, to drill down into, to become awash in? What dreams, what ideas? This is all for you. You are a creator God, just like Ta. He wants me to send his regards because he's inside all of you. He's available to all of you. You have Ta in you. You are a creator God. And the more you know it, and the more you feel it, and the more you own it, the more your life will blossom, and everything around you will bend the knee. Okay, Creator, I'm out of here. Until tomorrow, then. Ciao.